Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Pisces in mid-August 2019. Hello, Pisces, how are you doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Little pop out there, 4 of Wands. Aw, cute. Anybody getting married right now? Somebody's getting married. Potentially. 4 of Wands, outside of marriage, can just talk about, solid foundations and partnerships and union, especially those of a romantic sense, but you can also have union and partnership with platonic friends and family, right? So just feeling that is sort of integral here, or it's sort of playing in the background. It's sort of like filling in the quiet spaces in your life, Pisces. You're thinking long term about union with this particular person or with these particular people in your life, and you're really feeling either fulfilled by that and full by the idea of having these people in your lives, or those relationships are kind of under review, or you're kind of like not skeptical, but you're not wanting to rush into anything, which is kind of, a Pisces thing to do. If you're getting married in August and you're like, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? That sort of fulfills like a Pisces timeline, like worrying about it while you're in the middle of doing the thing. Absolutely. Anyway, so that's like a little message for you guys from the pop app. Pisces, what's going on, guys? How's your summer? Is it going well? Is it wrapping up nicely? I hope it is. Mine is wrapping up. Period. Mine is wrapping up. Period. Anyway, guys, I've shuffled off camera. That's your main spread there. We'll shuffle on camera now for your outcome and your overall energy once all the cards are out. And they're lying face up. That's when the reading begins. The timestamp will be in the description box below if you want to jump ahead. Also down there is the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. And yeah, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and comment, and do all that fun stuff that YouTube allows you to do, okay? All right, Pisces, let's get into it. I want to see Pisces outcome in mid-August, please. Please show me Pisces outcome in mid-August. Please show me. Whoa. There it is. Nice. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. And only one came face down, so let's see what's shaking, bacon. There I go saying that again. I haven't said that like once or twice before on this channel, and I regret it every time I say it. Alright, guys, let's see what's going on with you. How's that look? Not too bad. Alright, please show me where Pisces is in mid-August. Please show me Pisces in mid-August. Please show me. Okay, thank you. Whew. Alright, guys, coming into mid-August, you come in with the Chariot card. Major Arcana card for Cancer, so some of you might be dealing with a Cancer, but you don't have to be. It's a general reading after all. But here we are at the precipice, at the gateway, or at a fork in the road, or whatever analogy you want to use, whatever analogy you want to pick up on. But you're certainly ready to make some changes. You're certainly ready to take some direction in your life, and not for once, but I think that you're in one of your more proactive states of mind, or proactive feelings, Pisces. I think that you're feeling more capable, and if not capable, just damn near, to the point of, well, somebody's got to do it, so it might as well be me, and like sort of taking control of something, or taking a matter into your own hands, not in like a vigilante type of way or a vengeance type of way. I think that this is really about next steps in your life, next phase of your life, next for Pisces. And as you should, you really are more than ever, or more than you usually are. There we go. More than you usually are, Pisces. You're ready to possess that decision-making process. A lot of times, I think Pisces, like I said, with that card that flipped out in the pre-shuffle, the 4 of Wands, I think a lot of times you'll wait till the 11th hour before you actually decide. Like, you'll say you're into something, and then it'll be like hours, days, weeks later, and you're still actually evaluating, even though you've already told someone, or you've told yourself affirmatively, yes, this is what I want, or absolutely, that's not what I want. And then you end up like, actually, I hope you get what I'm saying. You will make a decision, yes or no, left or right, okay? You give that decision to yourself, or you share it with other people, and that's sort of the go-ahead. That's sort of like the starting point to other people, more than likely than yourself. But internally, after you've said yes or no to something, you still run the program. You still run in your mind, from an internal space, this evaluation. The evaluation never stops, even after you've given your decision. So I think that this is actually sort of working in the quote-unquote correct way, where you know you're at the precipice or at the start of something, you know, at the start of a journey or at a crossroads or whatever it is, yeah? And I think you don't want to put yourself in a situation, or rather, not that you don't want to put yourself in a situation. I think that you know your tendency to decide and then still evaluate. I think now you're evaluating before you decide. That's not a knock. You know, I'm not trying to read you and say you're doing things wrong, Pisces. It's just what I believe I understand of Pisces is constantly whirling around in your mind over something, even after you've said yes or no, okay? And that doesn't purely come from, but it's being illustrated in my mind right now of, you know, what your symbol is, like how Pisces is often depicted. Two fish chasing each other's tail in a circle, in a loop that never ends, constantly swimming one after the other, yeah? Never breaking. So the wheels are always turning in your mind. Here with this chariot, no pun intended, as the chariot, you know, is a vehicle on wheels, but the wheels are not really turning here. At least not like endlessly. Okay? So whatever you're deciding on, you're going to go for it. Whether it's to go left or right, up or down, backwards or forwards, it does not matter. You will evaluate before you actually make a move. Again, in the quote-unquote correct way that decision-making happens. I put it in quotes because who's to tell you that your decision-making process is incorrect or correct? You know, that's why I put it in quotes. Now, I feel you're confident, or at least feigning confidence. You're talking yourself up, and you're getting yourself into a state of mind of feeling more confident, even if deep down inside you're still kind of scared or still kind of, you know, anxious and hesitant about something. You're putting as much confidence as you can to the forefront of this situation, to the forefront of your mind, okay? And you're acting in your own accord. Seven of Wands in reverse right above. I'll show you this upright so you can get used to it. So the Seven of Wands for you in reverse, excuse me, Pisces, I need to get a drink, but that Seven of Wands in reverse, you're like really not here to suffer any fools. Because the Seven of Wands is a defensive position. It's sort of a holding pattern, okay? It's sort of a place that we spend a fair amount of time or a fair amount of energy having to, you know, give rhyme and reason for the things that we're doing, the things that we're saying, and we kind of stand up for ourselves, and we really are guarding and defending where we stand. This is not to say you're not doing that. I think that you're just not going to do it for long. You know, where Pisces can spend a lot of time ruminating in your own head about things. You might, you know, bounce your ideas off of a friend over here on Tuesday, go to your next friend on Wednesday, talk to your two other friends on Thursday and Friday, and then come back around to Monday, and then you talk to the one that you spoke to on Thursday again. You know, like you can really make the rounds and sort of ask people's advice or ask people's opinions, or people might come to you, they catch wind that you're planning to do something, and they say, hey, Pisces, I heard you were planning to do this, I don't think that's a good idea, and then you would, you know, spend time defending yourself to that person. I think the time and the dedication that you normally would put towards that involving of other people and basically giving a shit what other people think on the sideline, totally not here for that. It's very self-contained, self-focused energy that's propelling you forward towards whatever you're driving towards, whatever you're seeking, yeah? And other people having opinions, other people having concerns, other people having, you know, negative things to say or positive things to say. Like, you appreciate everybody for who they are, you know, as Pisces is, very diplomatic in this way. I appreciate what you're saying over there, Brian, but shut the fuck up. You know, is basically what I'm feeling. It's like, I heard you, but shut up. And, you know, no, and I don't think that you're, you know, going to be cursing anybody out, but that's kind of how it is. Like, you're telling people to STFU with a smile on your face. That is so kind of you, that you care about me, or, oh, I know you think I'm being this, or you want to make sure that I'm aware of that, but, you know, if you could just STFU, that'd be great. You know, it's like that, dismissing people to a certain extent, with kindness, because you have to decide, and this is your life, and whatever you're deciding on impacts you directly. So if this is, like I did say with the Chariot, I felt phases and stages. So we're on the precipice, we're on the brink of something, new chapters. Like I'm seeing, like, you know how in movies or TV shows or whatever, you can see a car, like they give you a shot inside the car, and it's like ascending this this hill, and then over the hill there's a valley, there's like a new town or a new city or a new vista. Like that's what I'm seeing here. It's like once you move in whatever way you're moving toward Pisces, you're whatever you're deciding on, you move into this brand new landscape, and it's inconsequential what other people think, whether it's for you, supporting you, or against you, trying to dissuade you. It does not matter. Step aside. This is my time to do it, or this is finally me taking the reins up in my own life. I'm taking the wheel, Jesus, give it back, you know. Right, and here you are. Okay, so this is like where you are, and this is where you were. Or this is, if this is not, this will hit for you guys in two different ways. This is where you were, or this is where you are deep, 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 deep down inside, but you're letting this side of you kind of come forward. Okay, and again, Pisces, you're a sign of duality. That two fish I was talking about before, that's similar to how Gemini has the two twins and Libra has the two sides of the scale. You have two fish. One fish is really confident. This other fish is a little more trepidatious. This other fish is a little more, oh my God, I'm a little anxious. Oh my God, I don't want to, oh no, and like panicked about the thing. Now, the other side of you, what you have experienced previous to now, or that you're still concurrently experiencing, but at a lesser level, you do have some anxiety, you do have some worry, you do have some, oh my God, am I making the right decision? And you're feeling closed off from that, or not closed off from that, you're feeling closed off from making a decision. This is someone, or rather this energy really hits you with like that lack of confidence. Like if the Chariot is a decision-making energy, is a refined energy or a precise energy of, yes, I'm going there, I'm not going there. This is like, I don't know where the hell I'm going, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I think that this is often very complacent energy, or complacency with feeling at a loss, or not able to decide, or not able to really make heads or tails of a situation, willfully blind, right? You see the blindfold there, willfully blind. Like, thank you, because I'm like, that doesn't always apply, because they're going to clean that up for me. Okay, thank you. So this, they're giving me another word. Knowingly blind. Thank you. I'll take it. So you see the blindfold there, the band across her eyes. Willfully, knowingly, whatever. Accepting that I'm blind to a situation. Accepting that I'm not making a decision. Accepting that I'm in this in-between space, this uncertain space, this space where I might not be thinking about what I need to do, or the decisions I need to make at all, or I'm overthinking, I'm overanalyzing, I'm overly plagued and worried about what I'm doing. It could go either way, and just being stuck in that energy for a certain period of time. I feel most of you, that's where you're coming from, or it's running in the background, but it's like a low level. It's like, you know, at like 20-30% of your conscious mind, or even your subconscious mind, whatever. It's not prevalent, okay? I think that this, and that makes sense. The Chariot, and you have the Death card, it's basically surrounded by major arcana, so it's being trumped. It's being trumped by these bigger energies, okay? So this is very reduced. If it's still a part of you, Number one, it will always be, because that's Pisces. Pisces is one of those signs that does worry. It is a sign, like I said, of duality. So you constantly think one thing, and then you come right behind yourself and you think another thing, and then that thing gets bumped out by the previous thing, and it goes on in like this cycle of like bumper cars. Like two bumper cars keep bumping each other across the floor, and it's just like, is that even fun? Probably not. Anyway, so above that though, you have the Death card. Excuse me. Major Arcana for Scorpio. So both of your fellow water sign buddies are here with you. So you might be dealing with a Scorpio, but you don't have to be. But Death card right above. Death is not usually about mortal death. And so for those who might be new to tarot or new to my channel, I'm not going to jump on the idea of mortal death unless it's here, and it's not here. This has nothing to do with anybody dying. But it does have to do with the death of certain aspects of yourself, or certain aspects of a situation or a relationship, a situationship. I'm not feeling this in any particular area of your life. It is a general reading. So some of you, this is personal development. Some of you, this is an interpersonal relationship with a family member, a friend, a lover. Others of you, it's purely something else. Yeah. But there's something that is changing. Something that is going through a huge transformation that is unstoppable, really. It's unstoppable. Major Arcanas have heavy influence, and in terms of just the philosophy behind death, it's, you know, isn't that like one of those cliched things? There's only like certain things in life that are, or there's only a few things in life that are certain, death and taxes. Isn't that sort of the quote? That applies here. Death is for certain. So in this context, change and transformation is for certain. It has to come, it will come, and when it comes, you best be ready. So because you've had this change looming over you, right, at a previous point, or in your low, you know, quiet, in the background, you know, operating system position, you know that change is coming, transformation is coming, or that it has to be enacted, or it has to be met face on, or face to face, head on, right? I like it. I don't know that it's doing anything other than affirming to you what you already know. I'm drawn to the horse on the card. So, and again, with the Chariot, so we're talking about travel in many of your cases. In some of your cases, the whole change is moving out of a home that you've been in for most of your life, moving away from your hometown for new opportunities, for work, for love, for whatever. And there's just this idea of motion. So in a lot of your lives, this is involving some type of move and or travel. Now, if it's travel, it could be you're going on some type of spiritual or I don't want to call it a retreat, because I don't think it's like a retreat. I mean, in some cases, maybe some of you are doing that, but I think more of okay, thank you, the practice. You're getting into a practice of something spiritual or metaphysical. So some of you are like joining, like, I don't want to call it a prayer circle. I don't know what you call it, because I've never done one myself. And it's not specific to yoga, but I've seen it. It's like people who are in this world of tarot and the clairs and psychics and empaths and highly sensitive people, HSPs and all that kind of stuff. Like, they get together and they just commune. They're just like, so meditating, it's meditation, but it's like away from yoga. It's like, I've seen these things. It's like they all sit in a house. Nobody brought a yoga mat. There might be some incense and some sage burning. People are dressed in like their business casual clothes because they're doing it straight after work. So it's not like some of you might be doing like the yoga thing out in nature in a, you know, a Saturday morning class, whatever you're doing. Others of you, it's like less formalistic, because again, it brings together people of different, like someone is there and they might be a psychic. Someone else is there and they're just like learning about their empathic abilities, or they're just learning about the four clairs, or someone there and they're like, you know, a legit 50-year like tarot reader, and they're like there with their crystals and their beads and everything else, and then someone over there is like sitting there and they're like, you know, they're in a do-rag and a fitted, and they're, you know, it's just like this amalgamation of different people. So that's very specific, and I don't know. I think some of you are finding yourselves getting in touch with people if you're going into some situations like this where you're meeting people that you wouldn't normally meet in your regular life, because you're changing your patterns, you're changing your behavior, you're changing the things that you involve yourself in, okay? So that's nice. And this is in development. You know, the reason for going to any type of retreat or any type of prayer circle or meditation circle or whatever it is some type of development, some type of going over that hill and looking at this new vista, looking down into the valley and seeing a sight that you've never seen before. So Pisces, I feel that whatever you're doing, it's opening yourself up. Whether you literally are doing things that you've never done before, or you're just opening yourself up to the possibilities. Maybe you don't have anything planned for the rest of August or going into September. Maybe you have nothing scheduled in terms of travel. But over the next few weeks, maybe you'll see something, you'll see an offer, you'll see an opportunity, you'll just, roll the dice and say, to hell with it. I'm going to Montana and I'm just going to travel to Montana and do whatever I want to do. It's just no longer being held back in that in-between space of ruminating and worrying and having anxiety and just like kind of being complacent with that, okay? Your outcome for the mid-August period is the 9 of Cups. So here we go. Wish fulfillment, okay? Pisces, look at you. You winner, you. You champion. You're amazing. Now, I'm saying winner and champion not as words that are assigned with this card or usually associated. I'm just calling you that because I think that you're really triumphing. Sure, you're triumphing. There you go. I'm saying that so weird for some reason. Over yourself. Nobody else here has been in quote unquote competition with you. You've been in competition with yourself. You've been fighting yourself. You have been your own worst enemy or your own, classic nemesis, You've been the Joker to your own Batman, You've been your own Lex Luthor to your Superman. And I say that being a Marvel person, by the way. Anyway, so you really realized that this whole time, but sort of kind of what you've always known, you've been in your own way. You get over yourself. You ask other people with that 7 of Wands to step aside. I got this. And you have confidence in yourself, and you allow people to support you if they want to support you. You allow people to detract from you if they want to, and you just press on forward. As you continue to move forward, as you go ahead and say yes and mean it at the time that you say yes, or no and mean it at the time that you say no, and you don't, sit there and think about it days or weeks later like, did I really want to say yes to that? Did I really want to say no to that? It's like, no. When you make the decision, you have confidence and clarity when you do it. And I feel, for lack of a better word, or lack of a better phrasing, I suppose, you'll be rewarded. You'll be rewarded with your own happiness, your own contentment, with your feeling satiated and satisfied. In some cases, overjoyed. This guy looks pretty damn happy with all those cups. When I first saw this deck online, and I would see other readers use it, I thought he was a baker, because that hat, gave me baker feels. But this guy is actually in a brew pub, or is in an ale house rather. So some of you might be doing that. You're getting into, the restaurant business. You've always wanted to be, a baker, or you've always wanted to, have a little microbrewery, and now you're on the brink of doing that. So go ahead and do it and be happy with it. I think you will. But, congratulations, champ. You got it. When and where, I don't know. This is not a timed thing. But I just feel that your anxiety and your worry will prove to be for naught. Or not for naught. Accenting today. My accents is so messed up. Now, your overall energy is the Knight of Swords. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you might have an air sign in your midst, but you don't have to. This, I feel, is more of like that clarity that I was sort of mentioning. Where was that? Was it Death or the Two of Swords? It was somewhere in here. I think I said something about clarity, but here it is all on its own. The Knight of Swords acts very quickly, sometimes too quickly, but given that if you're going to borrow this energy, Pisces, it's not going to be super quick. It might be surprising to other people how fast you make a decision or how fast you move on something, but for you, it's like, not even that fast. As compared to, say, an air sign using this energy. Oh man, that's like grease lightning. That's just like, pow! Yours is more like, pow. So it's quick, and it's because of clarity. It's because of a feeling assured, of feeling correct, you know? Beyond confidence or beyond cocky, it's more of like, you know, the Knight of Swords has kind of done his research, right? The swords intellectual, or the swords represent our communication spaces, our intellectual spaces, the ways that we rationalize, you know, whatever we're doing in our lives. So you've done your research, you've done your homework, you've really analyzed the situation, probably too much already. And so now that you're making moves, you're going to do it swiftly. And you'll feel good doing it. And if not good, you're going to feel guided, because up in the treetop there, that little purple bird, what is it, almost an owl? No, I'm sorry, it's like a hawk or a falcon or something. But that bird in the treetop, some of you, if you're into this, you're being looked over by someone, like a spirit, an angel, your higher self, your own internal guidance, your own spiritual guidance. There's just this guiding principle that you're using, or that you're relying on, and you're right to do it. Yeah. They're like, shut up. They didn't say shut up, but I feel the need to just be like, that's it. So that's it. Pisces, that is your reading for mid-August. If you liked it, there's a like button down below. Go ahead and hit that. You can leave comments on the video letting me know how this resonated in your life. You guys know I like to read those things. And, you know, I respond to them as I can, when I can. You can also share this video across your social media platforms, letting other people know that you're watching my videos and you like my content. That would be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you are not subscribed and you want to be a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's right there for your pleasure. And also make sure that you hit the notification bell. It'll keep you up to date on all the videos that I upload here on the channel. And yeah. All right, Pisces, I will be back in a couple of weeks with your September readings, and then, of course, after that, your mid-Septembers. I don't have anything extra planned for you guys specifically. I think I will be doing, I know I will. I will be doing a live for Virgo sometime in mid-September, but just like for Leo, it will be in the middle of their birthday period, and it's specifically for Virgo. But if you want to come and say hi or hang out or just, you know, introduce yourself to me, that's totally cool. If you want to skip it, that's totally cool as well, okay? All right. Pisces, I will see you guys soon. I thank you so much for watching this video. Take care. Bye.